Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, and with me this week is
BC
and
BB,
and that's it.
That's it.
Dylan's taking the week off. He much deserved little break from us guys, and
some vacation time.
Can't blame him. You know, he still has a Dark Chapel hangover. You know,
Yeah, right.
That's the worst kind. That's the worst kind of fucking hangover I ever had.
I don't know.
I'm still suffering from it.
I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. I don't know about you, BC.
I have PTSD from that fucking album. You guys left that night, and I was curled up in a ball in the corner.
Wait till you see him live in November.
I'm not. I'm going to be down the bar.
He was curled up in a ball because he was rocking out and he threw his snapped his neck. He's got whiplash.
Snap your fingers, snap your neck. All right. How's it going, BB? How are
It's
you?
doing good. Nice and calm down the hill. I got nothing. It's just all work and no play for now.
That's the most hair I've seen you have in a while.
I know. It's
what the hell?
getting a little rough here.
Get a little shaggy.
He's like a hippie.
Yeah. I feel like Iron Mike hair.
Hippie band.
Just give it up.
Yeah.
BC, how are you?
Things are crazy. Between the house and doing everything. Crazy work life. It's nice to be back in the real world.
See, welcome back to the workforce, BC.
No, the real world here.
Oh, here.
Oh, okay, yeah. The good stuff, the good stuff.
The good stuff, yeah.
All right.
Righty.
What?
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good
Okay.
today. I had a good day.
You had a nice little lunch today, I saw.
I did. I had lunch with Carl Kennedy today. We had a nice lunch, a nice chat. There's new Rod's album coming out, and I think he said it's supposed to be out in August. And it's I won't say what it is because I don't know if it's supposed to be out there. I'll tell you guys later. And actually, I was telling him that like about Mark Tornello on the cruise and talking to that guy and all that. Remember how he was going to the spring training and stuff. And then so I said, yeah. He said Queensryche and Accept they're going to be playing the Kirby Center. So he texted him and he's like hooking Carl up down there for that. So that's cool. Mark Tornello, singer for Accept, awesome guy. Last week we did our annual 2025 album episode, and I did the album from Rock Out. BB did the Dark Chapel album, and Dylan did the Coheed and Cambria, and BC did Wednesday 13. What'd you think, BC?
Oh, fun. I mean, interesting. I mean, some people like the albums. Some at the table didn't like all of them, but still good albums.
What do you think, BB?
Yeah, it's always great finding, new music to listen to that was released this year. Found a couple today, and it's just there's so much out there, and you don't even realize. You're like, man, how did I not know this was out and stuff? So yeah, I love when we do new stuff because love listening to newer stuff because it kind of takes place of the old stuff that you don't. That you kind of miss sometimes, and then you get a band like, whoa, they sound like, somebody used to listen to it. It's kind of refreshing.
Well, the one that you sent us today, I never saw that one either.
Right?
So,
and then when you look at the
I
people
didn't
on
get a
it,
chance to check it out yet. Is it like a supergroup kind of thing?
yeah, it's Doug Aldridge, Vinny Appice, Marty Freeman?
Marty Fredrickson?
No,
Marty Freeman?
The lead singer from Last in Line.
Andrew Freeman.
And there's a bunch of other people on there, so I guess it's a little mix, but
Oh, cool.
it's
I'll have
good.
to check it out. What's it called again?
Wolf. Sign of the Wolf.
Sign of the Wolf.
And that's how that album closes. The album's fucking. Check it out.
I'll have to check that out. I saw it. I just didn't get a chance to listen to it yet. What'd you think, BC? Did I already ask you? See, I don't have Dylan here to keep me on track.
You're out of control.
You're off the
thought it was
rails
good.
already.
Even though I wasn't really down with the Dark Chapel album, but like I said, musically, I was like, I'm gonna. I think maybe next week, if I have a little time, I'm gonna run auditions for Chris Caffrey and for Dark Chapel for vocalists.
Okay.
So send your demo tapes in to me, and hopefully we'll get back to you.
Yes.
So the Coheed and Cambria one, it was different. I liked it though. There was some good stuff on there. Not what I expected.
Lots of stuff on
I know
Lots of stuff
when
on
we
there.
did that one song from one episode or whatever that Dylan had, and I remember liking it, but I forgot about it. So like it was an interesting listen. Mine was good, just straightforward hard rock, and of course Wednesday 13 BC and I, we talked about going to see that band and him. Do they consider that a solo thing, or is that the band? What do you think, BC? Do you think it's the band, or do you think it's just him?
He considers
Like
it
with the back, and they're his backing band.
Here's his backing band.
Okay.
It's Wednesday.
I wasn't sure if it was a band situation, like
somebody asked
like
him
Murder
that.
Dolls, like
Yeah.
how that, you know what I mean?
No, somebody
Okay.
asked him, "Is this a solo project or is this a band?" He goes, "Band." So
Oh.
that's right from him.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. And we have the papers in front of us this last weekend, which none of us got together to watch any of this shit, by the way. The final Ozzy / Black Sabbath show took place in Birmingham, England last weekend on July 5th. So we'll kind of go over it pretty quick. I watched quite a bit of stuff and actually was watching because I was at BC's house. We stopped and and by the way, I want to say congratulations to BC's stepdaughter Justine and Chris that got married. Well, we were at BC's house on Saturday for a little bit, so we
didn't know he was going to
stopped for a little
wedding.
bit, and then we ended up at a wedding. So, and that's twice that happened to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went to my cousin's house in Virginia a couple of years ago, and we ended up being at a wedding there where my cousin got married. No one knew about it. Another one of those deals. So, congratulations. What's that?
Boom!
Boom, married. Another couple, and so congratulations. So yeah, we were kind of watching a couple of different people were kind of putting stuff on live streaming and stuff like that. But I've been kind of hitting YouTube the last couple of days watching stuff. So we'll kind of go through. Mastodon opened up the show. I know Dylan's a fan of those guys. They play Black Tongue, Blood and Thunder, Supernaut from Black Sabbath. Because each band did at least a cover of a Sabbath song. Supernaut's a good song, though. That'd be cool. Rival Sons, I watched a little bit of them today. They were okay. They did Electric Funeral.
I heard him do that one. I thought it was great.
Okay, yeah, I didn't. I saw the first song and I.
Oh, okay.
I kind of was the only one I got a chance to listen to.
That was surprisingly good. You're like, ooh, wow, because they played.
They're
These
good.
guys played at that Berserkus.
Right, and they opened up for them when we saw Sabbath down in New Jersey too.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Right,
yeah, but they did Electric Funeral really good. I thought.
that's cool. Anthrax, they only did 2 songs. They did Indians and Into the Void. I saw both of them. The Indians was Indians,
Yeah.
but they all had Sabbath Bloody Sabbath shirts on, and they had 666 on the back, and they had. But I couldn't see Joey Belladonna. As you can see, like one of them had Bill, one of them had Ozzy, one of them had.
I didn't notice they had-
Tony. There were.
I saw the front because
Yeah.
they had Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I didn't.
Yeah, they had all the Sabbath guys in the back, but the
that's
fifth
cool.
one, I couldn't tell what it was for Joey Belladonna. I think it was either him or Frank Bello. I couldn't tell what it said on the top of there. So, I mean, there's only 4 original Sabbath guys, so I don't know what the odd one was. I couldn't tell. But that was kind of pretty cool.
Yeah.
Into the Void was good that they did. BC, just jump in if you've seen any of these too. Hailstorm.
I saw. I'm looking for it here. I can't think of the guy's name now. He did the Changes song.
Oh, Casey told me about him.
He was crazy. He's good, but I guess he's been around. He has some albums out. What the hell is his name?
Is it the guy from Sleep Token? Adam Wakeman?
No, it's some kind of weird name.
No, it's on here.
Youngblood?
Youngblood.
Youngblood,
Yeah,
that's it.
Youngblood.
But it's spelled B-U-D.
B-L-U-D, yeah.
He's marked on Apple Music as alternative, but he did a killer version of it.
Casey showed me before I even saw it.
But
She's
he's
like,
very-
"Hey, did you see this Youngblood guy?" I'm like, no, I didn't see this one.
I didn't see that
I'm
one
like,
because I hate changes, so I didn't look for it.
I
I knew
never-
it was fucking song.
It was
It's
pretty
good. It's good.
Yeah.
Even for Changes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Because even in Apple Music, I had to show her the original and then the one he does with his daughter.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh.
Okay. Oh,
So
that's
he has
kinda
a
cool.
version of the song on there?
I just had to showcase the original from Black Sabbath, and then we listened to the one he does with Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, not a fan of that song. Yeah, but Hailstorm. They did
Saw
Love
that,
Bites,
yeah.
So Do I. Rain Your Blood on Me, and then they did Perry Mason. They kicked ass on Perry Mason.
Oh.
Did you guys see that? That was
Yes,
fucking
yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Next band, Lamb of God. I watched that set. I thought they were great.
see that
I
one.
thought they were friggin' fantastic.
Cut off all his hair.
Yeah. And because
I was looking for the
when they
locks.
first started, I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh shit. And they did Children of the Grave, and they did a little different arrangement. There were a couple parts that they kind of like thrashed up a little bit that I thought was really cool. Then they had Supergroup number 1. This is the one with Youngblood, Lizzie Hale, Nuno Betancourt, David Dramian, Whitford Crane, Jakey Lee, Mike Borden, David Ellison, Adam Wakeman. He's a keyboard player, by the way. Because he was we just saw him too. He was another band we just saw. Scott Ian, Frank Bello, and Sleep Token 2. I don't know why it says 2 there. Do you see the Disturbed guy got fucking booed?
Yeah.
He made some kind of.
Did he make a comment or something?
something
or-
He said about something else going on in the world or something. I think.
Oh, because
It was something with the war
fucking
with Iran
people,
and Iraq
Oh,
or
something
something.
with the.
leave that
Israel.
shit out of fucking
Yeah.
music. You know, just
Yeah.
no one wants to hear from these fucking people.
It was political.
He
Yeah.
got his picture taken.
Stupid.
Signing
Signing a
bomb.
missile or something?
Signing
yeah.
one of bombs or something like fuck. Whoever wanted to cover the country, I'm not sure which way it went.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't want to hear that shit in music or
So
from music people.
He made what's that damn thing? Instagram or whatever.
Instagram,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So they did the Ultimate Sin with Jakey Lee, Ultimate Sin, Shot in the Dark, Sweet Leaf, Believer, and Changes. And I was surprised when they did. I want to say Shot in the Dark. Nuno did the solo. Not Jake.
It looks like Jake's.
Nuno, I'll tell you what, Nuno was in all of these.
He's the fucking
Nuno was
MVP,
fucking
right?
awesome. Nuno was
Yeah.
king on these ones. And I'm gonna go back to the Disturbed guy when I talk about something else real quick here. Then Jack Black, I didn't see this one. It was a pre-recorded video. They did Mr. Crowley, and it was with Roman Morello, Tom Morello's son, was the played guitar. And I did see that he played like a Randy Rhoads type. The polka dot,
Flying
black
V.
polka dot flying V. So that kind of looked cool.
Yeah, I
And
think
they-
he
they
does
picked
like
him
the
up,
School of Rock thing. Doesn't Jack Black do like the
I
School
think
of
so.
Rock?
I
They're
think
all
so.
like 3 young kids and him
Yeah.
singing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It was really good, yeah.
Alice in Chains, they did Man in the Box and Wood. Then they did Fairies Wear Boots. That was great.
That was a great
They were
set.
great. I'm not a massive Alice in Chains fan. Didn't they used to be a 5-piece? No, they're always a 4-piece. Because they were on, and I'm like, well, why are they like? I for some reason I thought they were 4-piece. And the singer sounded fantastic.
He sounds really
When they did
good.
Fairies Wear Boots, I'm like, wow, that was
But he-
really good.
He even does the Alice in Chains stuff really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gojira, I didn't see any of them. They did Stranded, Silvera, Mea Culpa. I think that was the one we did that song. I think that was the one they played at the Olympics. And they did Under the Sun, the Black Sabbath cover. That one I don't know. I didn't watch them at all. Then Supergroup number 2 came on. Here's what I my comments. Billy Corgan, Sammy Hagar, Papa from Ghost, Steven Tyler, Tom Morello, Nuno, Rudy Sarzo, Travis Barker, Chad Smith, Danny Carey, KK Downing, Adam Jones, Adam Wakeman, Vernon Reed, Ron Wood, and Andrew Watt. They did Symptom of the Universe, Breaking the Law, Snowblind, Flying High Again, Rock Candy, Bark at the Moon, Train Kept the Rolling, Walk This Way with Whole Lot of Love. I will take, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, I will take...
The Dark Chapel album.
Dark Shock.
No, I'll never say that.
Damn it.
No.
We were so close, BC.
I will take the dude from Disturbed's performance on the first supergroup over that fucking Billy Corgan from fucking Smashing Pumpkins. He was terrible. He sounded fucking horrible.
I didn't
Absolutely
like
fucking
this
horrible.
group because I didn't like Corgan's vocals and I didn't like Ghost's vocals for the
I
song
liked
that
it.
he did.
He did Bark at the Moon. I thought it was
Yeah,
great.
I didn't think it was good.
Really, I loved it. I thought it was
didn't-
fucking great.
I
What'd
didn't
you
think his vocals.
I liked it. I mean,
I thought it was excellent.
I've never been much of a fan of Corgan guy.
I don't know. But you know what?
Yeah.
Sammy sucked too. Sammy was terrible. I thought he did not belong there. I love
Yeah, he was
Sammy.
an oddball.
He is an oddball. He's not a metal guy at
I
all.
wonder if he replaced whoever Sharon kicked out.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because that still didn't come out yet, whoever got kicked off.
Yeah, they've been kind of hinting stuff, but I didn't see who it was. But they had the 3 drummers on there.
Probably Dark Chapel, right?
Right, Dark Chapel got kicked off.
When they did Symptom of the Universe, all 3 drummers did different drum parts. Danny Carey kicked everyone's ass, by the way. Travis Barker fucking killed it, too.
Yeah.
It looked like Chad Smith was kind of mad. Like, he was kind of, I don't know, he looked
Taking his
mad.
limelight away.
He looked mad.
He wanted to be underneath the bridge.
Yeah. It was cool seeing KK Downing out there. Because Sammy sang Flying High Again, and I skipped Rock Candy because I fucking hate that song to begin with. But it was terrible.
Everybody does
fucking
that song.
terrible. Steven Tyler sounded good. I was surprised, because he supposedly blew out his voice away. I thought he sounded really good. Then Pantera came up. They did Cowboys from Hell, Walk, Planet Caravan, which they had done on as a Sabbath cover years ago, anyways. And Electric Funeral, which they've done too.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. They were good.
Well,
yeah, they got the crowd going.
I just didn't get a chance to watch them. Then Tool came on. They did 46 and 2, Hand of Doom, Sabbath, and they did Anima. I thought they were great.
Yeah,
I thought they sounded fucking awesome. Watching Danny Carey drum is just fucking amazing. Slayer came on. I watched the Slayer set twice. It was fucking killer.
Good?
I counted one time. There were, I want to say, 9 different pits going.
Wow.
In the crowd when Slayer played. It was fucking crazy. They did Disciple, War Ensemble, Wicked World, Sabbath cover, South of Heaven, Wicked World, Sabbath cover, Rain and Blood, and Angel of Death. Gary Holt. Pfft. He's a thrash god. After I read that book, man, I can't get enough of Gary Holt and Exodus. Then Guns N' Roses came out. They did It's All Right. It's another slow Sabbath song that I don't like. Never Say Die. It was cool. Junior's Eyes. I missed that one.
Everybody's going gaga for Guns N' Roses.
I thought they were okay. I didn't think they were great.
Yeah,
Axl was with Vince Neil and those guys.
Because I didn't think Axl sounded
great.
Good. Sounds great.
I didn't think he sounded terrible. He sounded okay.
Yeah.
He sounded okay.
That's what I give him.
He sounded better than some of the Guns N' Roses shows.
Oh yeah.
He's bad.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're touring now, so maybe he was well rested or something. The Metallica played. They did Hole in the Sky with Sabbath cover. I didn't get a chance to watch any of the Metallica stuff. Creep in Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Johnny Blade, which is a deep,
super deep
track. Battery and Master of Puppets. Did you see the Metallica?
Yeah, I don't remember. Somebody had the whole set on YouTube, and I don't remember the Johnny Blade one. I must have been, because I would have it on the TV or I had it in my headphones like the last couple days. So I may have been doing something while Metallica was on the TV, and I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, like I said, I didn't
Hole
get a
in the
chance
Sky
to
was
see
great. Master of Puppets was phenomenal. Seems like the crowd really got into these guys.
Awesome. And then the Ozzy did a set with Mike Borden on drums. I think it was Blasco on bass. Zach Wilde on guitar. I don't know. Mr. Crowley, Suicide Solution, Mama Coming Home, Crazy Train. Ozzy came out sitting in the big chair.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the guitar throne that everybody thought it might have been, which I don't know why Ozzy would be in a guitar throne anyways, but I mean, it's the premise is cool. But it's this cool big black chair. It looked like he wanted to just jump out of that fucking chair and sing, because you could see he's kind of like
rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
I want to get up.
I thought he sounded good.
Yeah. Mama, I'm Coming Home was a little rough, but I don't know if
that's the one I didn't.
I don't
watch.
know if maybe he got a little teared up or a little emotional.
Everybody there was.
Yeah.
Saw the videos.
Yeah.
They panned on anybody. They were like,
bah! And then Sabbath came out. They did War Pigs, NIB, Iron Man, and Paranoid. So
Bill Ward should not take his shirt off.
What's that?
Bill Ward should not take his shirt off.
No. I was like, yeah. No one wants to see old naked man.
No.
I thought they played good though. Geezer fucking was killer, but it didn't even look like him. I'm like who the? Because they showed the picture of the photo shoot that they did with everybody. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy in the back? And it was Geezer, because I never seen him like full white hair and white beard. So, but it was very cool. So I'm sure they're gonna do some kind of album, DVD release. It'll probably be like a fucking 6 vinyl set or some goddamn thing. But I would get it though. I would
take a few songs for each one.
Yeah.
You think so? But I mean, there's so little of each one. To figure, I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe they'll just take all the covers they did. Like,
Yeah,
they're not
maybe-
going to
yeah,
put
that's
Battery
true.
in there.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
just do
Because
the
they would
covers.
have to get the rights and everything too.
Yeah.
Good point. So maybe they'll just go with the Ozzy stuff and the Sabbath stuff. Good point, BB. Good job, buddy.
All right, I'm done. I'll see you guys
All right,
tomorrow.
see you next week.
Woohoo!
All right. Just one more thing. Aldo Nova had some kind of major neck injury, so he's got to wear like a fucking neck brace halo thing for like a year. That's got to suck ass.
No, we're rocking up for him.
Was
Yeah,
he
so-
supposed to be on the cruise next year?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No. So I was glad we got to see him at least.
Yeah.
He was announced, but he probably won't be now anyways. Even if he was. He's got to wear that for a year.
I know. That's got to suck.
Halo.
I'll have to have someone come put the guitar over his head. So I doubt we'll see him out on the road. So what are we listening to? BC, what are you listening to, buddy?
A little bit of everything. I mean, I'm just throwing stuff on here and there. Just kind of fishing. I call it fishing. Clicking on stuff I never heard before and seeing if I like it.
All right.
So far, nothing.
Dipping your toes in the water.
Nothing's. I didn't get no good bites yet.
Nothing jumped out.
A little nibble here and there, but
All right.
no bites.
How about you, BB?
Yeah, boy, I wish that actually, your YouTube would
Oh,
keep your searches, because there is a pretty good band. I looked on Apple, then I looked on Spotify, and they weren't there. Well, maybe this is the band. It's Mac Parak, MacParak. Album released this year. Very hard rock melodic. The stuff I kind of go to. Good stuff. Great guitar work. The vocals were pretty good. It was on. I don't know. I think I search so much music now. Instagram is telling me to go listen to these guys.
Oh, yeah?
It's so weird. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. And then I must have
Instagram,
You may get 1 out of 10.
yeah. So this Mark Parak, like I said, it's not anywhere. If you give me 2 seconds, and I can at least give you the album. Hair Metal Reloaded Volume 1. So it could be, him, this Mark guy singing, and 87 million different artists. It's only been uploaded on YouTube for 6 days.
Are they cover songs?
No, they're his own. They're like his own stuff. So
Never heard them. I'll have to look them up. Check it out.
yeah, there's 12 songs, all original stuff. So, and like I said, I have no clue where these guys are from.
I never heard of it. Interesting.
Yeah,
To seek it out. All right, and for me, this last week there were a couple anniversaries of albums. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile came out on the 7th of July. I always have to listen to that. Styx, Grand Illusion, same day. And there was one I was slipping through, and I saw the guy's name, and he was the latest guitar player in Alcatraz, Joe Stump. So it's Joe Stump's Tower of Babel, and the album's called Days of Thunder.
should be Joe Stump and the Stumps.
Joe Stump and the Stumpers. It was good. It was really good. It was very newer Alcatraz-like, but it was good. It was real good. So maybe I'll throw it on when we get out there. So we got going some DLR, some Styx, and some Joe Stump for me. Little BC, fishing expedition going on there. And Mac Parak, the Hair Metal Reloaded Volume 1 for BB. All right, so let's get to the we'll get down to the nitty gritty here, BC. We're going to talk about underrated guitar players, which we talk about them all the time. Every time some kind of band comes up, that guy's underrated. He's not ever in that conversation. So we're going to have that conversation today. So who wants to go first? I didn't even think of spinning the magic wheel.
Spinning the magic.
yeah, we'll go in alphabetical order. I'll go first.
All right, BB, what do you got?
All right. Yeah, this was quick for me, and I didn't want to go too deep. I want to kind of get at least somebody that's kind of familiar with the podcast that we've kind of talked about, but not really this main guitar player. So the first one I picked was Vivian Campbell from his Dio days. You know, I think like '93 he came into Def Leppard. I'm sure. I know he tours. I'm sure he's on Def Leppard albums.
Yeah, he's on the newer ones.
Yeah. So I kind of went back and went to the original Dio stuff back in '83, '84. First song I picked was Gypsy off of Holy Diver. It opens up with kind of like a howling extended guitar run. Then it takes this, it has this recognizable riff throughout the whole solo. When you hear like those 7 notes, you know it's the Gypsy song. Having chugging solo into some crazy fast strumming, great outro solo. This is one of my favorite songs from Holy Diver, even though it's kind of like a hit. But he really plays his heart out on that one. The second song I picked is off of Last in Line. It's called We Rock. Another kind of anthem song. It has another kind of iconic riff under it. Builds all the way to the solo. The solo is a fast builder. And Phil kind of, right towards the end, he kind of holds this one note for a little bit, which is kind of cool. And then it kind of ends with a building outro solo. He does great on that one. And then the third song I picked from Vivian Campbell is off of Sacred Heart, Just Another Day. Starts off with a galloping riff. Then there's a rocking riff right under the verses. Streaming fast, strumming solo once again into a galloping outro solo. This is kind of one of those songs that every time I hear it, I'm like, boy, the guitar work on that one is so good. And Sacred Heart's one of those albums that I for some reason, the 2 are so good, I always forget about the third. And I love going back to Sacred Heart and listening to that. And he does great on that album. The second guitar player I picked is from Blackstone Cherry, Ben Willis. Every time I see this guy live, he is like a Mexican jumping bean. He is all over the place, hair flying. I don't know how he plays guitar. He just bounces around and swings it and strap swings it and his hair's going, and he just keeps up with the whole song. And live, he is absolutely phenomenal. So I wanted to kind of pick some 3 deeper songs from Blackstone Cherry that kind of showcases his guitar playing. So the first one I picked is Backwoods Gold. It's off their debut album. Crazy fast, crazy heavy distorted riffs that kind of swirl around in your headphones when you hear it. And that's right out of the gate. Gritty, dirty riffs under the verses that gets into like a crazy, like a phaser part right before the solo, and the solo super fast. It has like that southern rock feel to it. Great song, great guitar work in that one. The second song I picked for Ben Willis is The Bitter End. It's off their Folklore and Superstition album. Running fast starting riff, chugging riff under the verses once again. And then once it gets to the solo, it just takes off into more southern killer rock. Then it kind of makes a little turn towards the end. Has a little bluesy tone to it. Then it's back up to the fast tempo riffs for the chorus. A great deep track from those guys. And then song number 3 I picked off of their Kentucky album, Darkest Secret. It starts off kind of slow but dark. It has this little gritty southern rock sound to it with some really cool on-off switch parts. The solo has a dark, slow echo to it, and it goes into a super fast, almost like punkish feel right into the end of it. And there's more on and off switch at the outro solo. He kind of carries that off into the end of the song, which is so cool. And then my third underrated guitar player, I think this guy has to have one of the hardest jobs that we're going to talk about tonight, because not only he is an amazing guitar player, he is also the lead singer. That's Dave Meniketti from Y&T. Always amazed by this guy, not just because of his vocals, but also his ability to play guitar is absolutely crazy. So the 3 songs I picked from Dave are Anything for Money off the Down for the Count album. Chugging beat start, crazy high-pitched, fast strumming solo with some extra taps in there to give it a different sound. Great guitar work in that one. Song number 2, Going Off the Deep End. There's some cool stop-start guitar parts in there, some cool string scrapes, whammy bar parts. Solo takes a second to get going, but once they get going, it fucking builds. Really, really cool. And then song number 3, off their Contagious album, I picked Bloody Harm. Echoing notes to start. There's some more cool whammy bar parts in this one. Very short first solo, but the second solo is more whammy bar, more crazy runs, right to the outro solo. Then it's more like a music to the outro solo, kind of with some little bit vocals on top of that. So that are my 3 underrated guitar players. BC, any love for these 3 guys?
What were you fucking thinking? No, seriously. I mean, with Dave Benicchetti, I mean, not only is he such an underrated guitar player, I think he's an underrated vocalist. I don't think he gets credit in that category neither. But he does it all. He's phenomenal. Never lets you down. Ben from Blackstone Cherry, I just saw him back in May. All these years later, I think he's wilder now than when they first came out. I don't know who's crazier, him or the drummer. I think they go out and try to outdo each other. The drummer, I never saw a ride cymbal go flying. Ever in my whole life. Crashes, yeah. Hi-hats, yeah. A ride cymbal. The drum tech's running around crazy. And then Ben's doing backflips over the guitar tech drum tech trying to pick up the stuff. I mean, he is wild, and like you said, he does not miss anything. And Vivian Campbell, going back to the Dio days, these albums take me back to when you first got them and you're listening, you're like, damn, this guy's good. And like you said, Sacred Heart, that's a forgotten album, I think, because the first 2 are so good. A lot of people forget about that album. That is a very underrated album. I mean, unfortunately, nowadays in Def Leppard, he's kind of just...
He's wasted in Def Leppard. That's what he is. He's fucking wasted there.
The Last in Line, though, he comes back a little bit there.
Yeah.
No, 3 good picks.
Nice. Ready.
All right. I'll start with Vivian Campbell. First time like probably most people out there, first time I heard anything that he played on was probably Rainbow in the Dark. And still to this day, that solo is like one that you just, whatever you're doing, you stop and you listen and you do air guitar to it.
Yeah.
But the songs you picked, and actually I've seen him play in Dio, I've seen him play in Def Leppard, and I've also seen him play in Whitesnake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't record anything with Whitesnake, but he toured with them, and I got to see. You probably saw him too because he was on one of the Binghamton shows.
Forgot about that.
We Rock, just killer. That solo, that tone, he carries that tone over from the Holy Diver album. Gypsy, that one. I'm glad you picked this deep track because I think it was a really a forgotten like deep track on that album, and the even just the solo that he does before the vocals start is just absolutely kick-ass. And Just Another Day, that's a killer song too. So like I've never seen either one of these songs played live because I don't think they did Just Another Day live. I don't believe, because I saw Sacred Heart tour twice and I don't remember them playing that. But just not, I put that one. I'm like, oh, it was refreshing to hear that again. And BC's absolutely right that that's kind of a forgotten about album. But there's a lot of good stuff on it. I really enjoy that. Although the first like 5 Dio albums altogether are like awesome. Even though you get Craig Goldie, of course, on Dream Evil going forward.
Who played with Whitesnake? Was it Sykes?
No.
What do you mean?
When you saw them with Vivian Campbell,
It was Vivian Campbell and Steve Vai. I think.
Oh, okay.
No. Was it Adrian Vandenberg?
Or was it Adrian Vandenberg? You're right. It was Adrian Vandenberg and Vivian. Yeah.
Then when Vivian left, Steve Vai came in.
And then Steve Vai came in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I learned something today.
Ben Wells from Blackstone Cherry. Only got to see these guys once, so he's the guy that sings too, right?
No. This is
the other guy.
The other guy.
Oh, okay. Because I was surprised. I thought he did a lot of leads too. Killer. I love that one part in I think it's Bitter End where he does that the toggle switch.
Yeah, the on-off switch. Yeah,
it's fucking killer. And this was a band I didn't go to see him with you guys that night after we saw Anthrax and that. Like I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not going to see that. But I did get to see them finally at the Berserkus.
Oh yeah.
Last year when me and Granzo went. Absolutely killer. It seems like I've seen them again though. I don't know why. Where'd you see them in May?
Down at the boardwalk.
The shore.
Oh, the boardwalk thing. Okay, yeah. So I must have only seen them once, and it's cool because I think you picked like I didn't know any of these songs. I've heard them, but I don't. I'm not a throw a.
And I kind of picked more like not like more, just showcasing his guitar work compared to. Oh, this is a really good song.
Right.
You know
yeah.
I mean?
Oh, yeah. The
soloing
is great. Very tastefully done in the songs. I think he's good. Dave Meniketti, BC hit it right on the nose. He's so underrated. Like how this band, I think it was just a record company thing. Sonny and I talked about it a lot when we did the 2x2 with these guys. And Anything for Money from Down for the Count. And he does some cool toggle switch stuff in the solo for this song. Going off the deep end on 10. You know what? Like, listen to that playlist. The production on 10 is terrible. Compared to the rest, I was like, holy shit, it sounds way fucking down. Horrible. Yeah. But going off great song. I would love to hear that. Better production. Bodily Harm from Contagious. And that's another one, too, like an album. Like, I need to... I'm going to be listening to them coming up because I think Down for the Count and maybe Contagious are the next two that we're going to be doing. But, like, just like anything that he does, like even like his slow melodic songs and he like tears it up on them is just like he plays with like soul, like he plays like, you know what I mean, like and he's one of the guys that it just seems so effortless to play. And you were right too, BC, about his vocals. Like he's underrated as a vocalist too. He still sounds fantastic. You know, and he still friggin' brings it, man. He plays that beat up Sunburst Les Paul. You're like, yeah. But I remember when we saw them at BB King's in New York City, and he brought out the friggin' Strat when they did.
That was weird.
It's the song that I always hated from Mean Streak. But like it was so weird to see him play something other than a Les Paul. So I took a shitload of pictures of it when he played that because I'm like, wow, maybe I'll never see this guy play. But I've never seen him. I don't know if I've seen him play it again. He must have. I think he played a couple different guitars, a couple different Monsters of Rock cruises. But that was like the first time that I saw him play anything besides a Les Paul. So 3 killer guys, and I think there's only one guitar player tonight that we're going to talk about that I have not seen live. And so I can't wait to... Because and he's on Dylan's list, by the way. We're not doing songs for Dylan's, but I'm going to give you his 3 that he gave me. So,
is that the guitar?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. So, good pitch, BB. Good job.
2016.
Was it really? No shit.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like, fuck.
I guess where's that? Never mind.
It wasn't at BB Bannon's. It was at BB King's.
BB King's.
All right. BC, who do you got?
Alrighty, this is kind of hard because I listen to a lot of obscure shit, so I could come up with a bunch of them, but I stuck to kind of mainstream. My first guy is Bill Leverty from Firehouse. I remember I saw these guys, their first tour, they played Harvey's Lake. And that was such a great... I mean, he came out, and this band got, they're known for their ballads and shit, and poppy radio songs, but they came out, and this guy's guitar tone and just rawness blew me away. So I had to pick him. Overnight Sensation is a rockin' tune, killer riffs, a fantastic solo in it off their debut album. Second album came out. Reach for the Sky was I believe the first single off that album at the time. It starts off with the, kind of like, not acoustic, but soft in and kicks in.
Clean guitar.
Clean guitar, then kicks in, and then the solo, and this is, again, this guy is he's not flashy, he's very low-key, he just gets it done. And then a later album, Perfect Lie is the song. This is a more heavier album for Firehouse overall, and his style of playing got really heavy on this, like very for him heavy, and I thought it was a great album. Talking about underrated guitarist, that's an underrated album in my book. But he is just so underrated. I guess, like you said, he's keeping the band going. I mean, granted, they lost their vocalist, but still going. My second guy is going to be Eric Gammon's Cold Sweat. I mean, this guy, I still follow him to this very day. I mean, he's a Randy Rhoads nut.
Oh, really?
He loves Randy Rhoads. He sits there and play. You close your eyes just for listening to Randy Rhoads.
No shit.
Check it out, YouTube. See how many YouTube guys says.
Well, he's a teacher, right? Does he teach stuff?
No, he does some kind of earth stuff, but his chops have not gone away. If anything, they got better.
We just saw him.
Yeah,
true.
Oh, sir. Yeah, so I picked 4 on the floor off their debut album. Just gentlemen, sorry, and then the fucking solo and fucking ripping, just you got to get one.
There we go.
Yeah, already.
Off the same one, Jump the Gun. I mean, this guy, and he was wilded back in the day and running around. And you see the live stuff, never misses a beat. But and then they just came out with another album, a new album and the song I picked off that was "Rain Down." I mean, listen to the guy. The playing on it, just like I said, I don't think he out of all the bands that they had one album, then they disappeared.
And they were done.
And then they just recently came out in the last 3 years, maybe.
I think they were on the first Monsters of Rock cruise we went on. So
Really?
2020.
5 years
Maybe.
already. See, time goes by
Fast.
But such an underrated guitar player. Just came out at the wrong time. I think they were too late. Then I gotta. My third pick's gotta go for my boy Steve Blaze. And man, we have a love-hate relationship sometimes, But here's a guy that's kept Lillian Axe going since 1986. They first got going. First album came out in '88. But after their debut album, "Laughing in Your Face," this to me is just a killer riff that stood out and stands the test of time. And then after one of my favorite albums, Psycho Schizophrenia, the title track. Again, this album had a more heavier guitar tone to it, just showcasing his diversity. And then talking about diversity, I went to their latest album, From Womb to Tomb, or From Tomb to Womb? Womb to Tomb. I always get it backwards. The Golden Dragon, which, don't get me wrong, this album is a very different departure from the majority of the Lillian Axe stuff. But this is more old school Lillian Axe tune that's on this album. But then again, see, he's doing all this different stuff. But he's an underrated guitar player in my book and songwriter. He pretty much does writes all their lyrics and music and stuff. But that's my 3 guys I came up with. Steve.
All right, Bill Leverty. Him and I share a birthday. He's exactly to the day a year older than me. His birthday is the same day as mine, but 1967.
Now, is that your January birthday or your August?
No, my January birthday.
Okay,
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah,
Hey,
my winter birthday.
Yeah,
my winter birthday.
You gotta clarify.
That's
Yeah,
right.
my winter birthday. We share the winter birthday. I wonder what he celebrates for a summer birthday. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, and you mentioned it too. Unfortunate, their original singer C.J. Snare passed away a couple of years ago. The guy that they have in there now is really good.
Yeah.
And so first song, Overnight Sensation. When I'm listening to this, I'm like, why the hell didn't BB pick Lover's Lane? Because I know that's his song. And then I'm like, oh, BC picked this guy. So that's probably why. Overnight Sensation, just fantastic. And you're right, Bill is not like a flashy guy, but man, he is just so good, so solid, in the pocket all the time. He has a great stage presence. He's not, doing backflips and kicks and spinning his guitar around and shit, but very solid live. Reach for the Sky. I like that, kind of, I don't know if it's like a lot of them start out like he has like a melodic and then it goes up to rip and then kind of back down to melodic on a lot of his stuff. I think is a very cool thing. Perfect Lie from Primetime, that is a heavier album, because if you like threw that on, you would go, who's this band? You would not guess Firehouse right off the bat. You would not. Maybe when CJ starts to sing, you would be like, okay, but like musically, like a heavier departure for these guys, which is absolutely fucking cool. Because I looked at it, I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, from Primetime. I know why you picked it, because you love fucking Primetime. That's why you picked it.
I was hoping he did.
I saw him take off his Primetime sunglasses too right before he came in the house.
I was hoping he did catch on.
I saw.
He had his University of Colorado hat on. He took it off.
I have him on their camera.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have to post that. Eric Emmons from Cold Sweat. I to be honest with you, I never knew what this fucking guy's name was.
No.
Seen him. Well, we've seen Cold Sweat probably 4 times, right? They were on 2 different cruises. We saw both shows both times. So,
Pre-party, yeah.
But just killer. Like, I was like, great dual guy with Mark Ferrari, and it's weird too, because the first time that we saw these guys, and I didn't really know this guy's name. I mean, I looked at the album cover a shitload of times, and I've read the name a bunch of times, but it wasn't a name that stuck in my head, because when you hear Cold Sweat, I immediately think Mark Ferrari. But after seeing these guys live, I'm like, holy shit, he plays, I won't say the majority of the stuff, but
good portion,
a great portion of it. And because even when we saw them this year, I want to say the first time we saw them was in the theater. I think they played the theater both shows, I think, on the first cruise, I want to say. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it was, because I think the Mark Ferrari was doing double duty because he was playing with Keel that year too, and they were on the pool deck. But anyway, I was like, wow, like, shit, this guy kicks ass. And I never, like, thought of him when we went to see him. 4 on the Floor, first song. That album hits, the actual vinyl hits my turntable many times a year. Along with that and Jump the Gun, the soloing is just absolutely killer. The production is fucking fantastic on that album. Then Rain Down from the new one, Unburied Live. I didn't care for the production on this one. The vocals were, I don't know, it doesn't sound like it's like balanced very well, but still like ripping solos. Can't beat it. Guy is definitely underrated. He's so underrated. I didn't even know what the fuck his name was, BB. but I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Steve Blaze from Lillian Axe. We are attempting to do the 2x2 for the second. We've only done the first. BC, you're way behind BC. We're on the third. They're going on the fourth.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're on 5, 6.
Or did we do 2 Lillian Axe? I think we did 2. Or we did. I don't know. Well, we're overdue like 3 years.
This will be a third.
Okay, all right. So we're behind. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that very soon, because I have everything done. Anyway,
yeah.
and I still to this day am like, the first Monsters of Rock cruise, they were on there. I felt so bad for BC. I thought he was gonna cry when he first heard the new guy sing, but he didn't. You gotta give it up. You didn't honestly give him a fucking chance. You didn't give him a good chance. However,
my first love is Ryan Taylor.
I thought, I'll tell you what, he was laughing in your face from the first album. We covered that in the 2x2. Just like tasteful, and like some of the songs, you're like, okay, so like this song doesn't seem like it's gonna have a solo, and then you get it at the end on a lot of them. So I think some of that is kind of unexpected. Psycho Schizophrenia, that's my go-to Lillian Axe album. Just crank in and for him, underrated. You're right, underrated songwriter as well. The guitar work is phenomenal on that. And the Golden Dragon, that's good. I was like, oh man, I forgot about this song, because I listened to it when it first came out, and for him, like, he believes in that band. Like, he just keeps going. I'm sure they're probably doing something else now, and probably in the studio or whatever. But I really, and when we actually did watch some Lillian Axe shows, he was killer. He was friggin' killer. Great stage presence, just up and down that fretboard. Another one that makes it seem effortless.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Bill Leverty from Firehouse, great guitar player. Seen him many times. Overnight sensation. There's nice little distortion in there. There's fast plucking. into some cool bridge scrapes that he does. Then it builds to a little solo. Great song. Great guitar work in that one. Reach for the Sky. Another awesome song. It has that iconic Firehouse, almost acoustic guitar start. Then it turns into like a heavy driven riff throughout the song. The solo is heavy. Fits the song perfectly. In song number 3, you picked Perfect Lie. A darker and heavier guitar sound for a Firehouse in there. Has a little chug to it. I love the high pitched like melody it has at the solo. It's very melodic. Great three songs from Firehouse. Second guy, Eric Gammons. this guy, these
You could do it.
these two songs from that first album just blows every guitar player away on this list. I don't know what it is. He just perks my ears when I hear him play. Crazy guitar parts right out of the gate. Super fast strumming parts. Holy fuck, the solo is super fast. It's just a little bit too short. The outro solo is just absolutely crazy as a solo. Jump the Gun. There's almost like a sprinkle of a kind of like a little slide guitar sound in underneath some of these crazy heavy rips. Cool southern twang to the solo. And just some more driving fast slide guitar. Great song. Then Rain Down. Driving riffs, building solo, more killer guitar work. That's a hat trick 3 for 3. I love that guy. And then you Steve Blaze from Million Acts. This is the guy I wasn't sure of his name. Laughing in Your Face, higher pitched melodic tone to the guitar, really good, great solo. Psycho Schizophrenia, crunchy and high pitched riffs. Solo has a nice little grinding chug to it. There's some cool guitar scale runs in towards the end of it. A nice mid-tempo melodic outro solo. In the Golden Dragon, a heavy chugging riff at the start. Some great fast strumming melodic solo that kind of builds into a heavy gallop towards the end of the song. These three guys are really, really good, but Eric takes the cake. Eric Gammons, man. four on the floor and jump the gun. Fuck. He takes it to a different level.
All right, there's BC's list and BB. We got the Killer Bees out of the way right off the bat. For a Jim song, we're going to do an era of Black Sabbath that was not represented this weekend, and this is, of course, with the late, great Ronnie James Dio, and this is a song from the 2009 Devil You Know album, and this one is, I love how this one is kind of a traditional type of Sabbath song, how it kind of starts out a little slow, then just kicks ass, and this one's called Bible Black.
this world I see? Who are you and who are me? Maybe I just stumbled in the dark. I must have been out cold, but the way the story's told, they found me lying naked in the rain. Yeah. Let me go. I've seen religion, but the light has left me blind. Take me back. I must have the Bible black. Well, here I go again, from the start and to the end. I wish I could remember what I've done. Now here's another spell. It could take me straight to hell, and I feel I'm getting closer to my home. Let me go. I found addiction, and it makes me feel alive. Take me back. I must have the Bible black. He locks himself away and tastes the silence, hungry for another bite of wrong. And just the words, "Oh Lord, please take me with you," took him to a place we don't belong. Let him go. He can't come back. He's reading from the Bible black. So if your fire's dying, and what's the use of trying? I may know another place that you can go. It's hiding in the pages, but you may not come back. You're reading from the Bible black.
All right, so that was our gym song for the week, and it was Bible Black from Heaven and Hell from the 2009 Devil You Know album with RJD. So we're going to do a little hidden gems today since Dylan's not here to tell us that we can't. BB, why don't you go first,
right.
buddy?
Since
You're
I've
first all night tonight.
Wow, thanks. I really appreciate it. Since I've been kind of floating around looking for new music, look what's coming out, blah, blah, blah. Today, Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, released a song called The Spell. It's going to be off his new album coming out October 24th, 2025. I think the album is called The End. But just in Wolfgang fashion, he does the song, he does a video, and of course the video's funny. He plays all the parts in the video. He plays the bass and the drums, the singing. He does it all. So I'm assuming this is just going to be like the rest of his albums. He plays everything. And there's his traveling touring band is not on the album. Just from the video, I'm going to assume. Even though the first song they released off this album, The End, his traveling band, I think his band was in the video. But yeah, this one's called The Spell. Once again, maybe, another underrated guitar player, maybe, maybe he's got to get a couple more albums underneath him. But yeah, The Spell, there's great guitar work in there for sure. Check that out. Like I said, the album, The End, is coming out in October. So, it's going to be late on the list, but you never know. It may make the list.
I was going to pick that song. I swear to God, I watched the video today. I'm like that. But then I'm thinking, maybe BB may pick that. I swear to God, I was going to pick that. So for me, I wanted to stick with what I feel is underrated guitar player. I mean, he's rated, but he passed away several years ago. And I've always loved this guy. I love his hard rock stuff. I love his blues stuff. I'm talking about Gary Moore. And this is the track I'm going to talk about is a cover of the song Shapes of Things. And it's from the 1984 We Want More live album. And there is an extended solo in this song that is just phenomenal. It's got a build in it. It rocks and it comes back down and it goes back up. I'm telling you, it's absolutely phenomenal. The solo in this song is so ingrained in me that it's almost as ingrained as the guitar solo on "Do You Feel Like We Do for Me." Like, that's how many times I've listened to this song. So check that out. So Gary Moore from We Want More Live, Shapes of Things. BC, what do you got, buddy?
I've always been a defender of the band Warrior Soul from back in the day, and even putting out some new stuff now. But Corey Clark, the Warrior Soul vocalist, had a side project. Came out with an EP and a full-length album, Dirty Rig. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to bash it because it's just, I mean, he's not going to be in the top 100 vocalists. And it's just straightforward rock and roll. Fun rock and roll. Songs about partying and
I think we talked about these guys
having a good
once.
time. We might have.
I remember the name. We might have did a song from them for something.
Dirty Rig, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Very straightforward AC/DCs.
All right. There's our Jim. See that, Dylan? It didn't take very long at all. BB's got Mammoth, The Spell from the upcoming album. And BC has Dirty Rig, the singer's solo project from Warrior Soul. And I have Shapes of Things live from Gary Moore, We Want More Live. All right, so my turn for underrated guitar players. First guy I'm going to talk about today, we've talked about the band a couple times, which there's going to be a 2x2 from this band coming up later this year probably. And I'm talking about Matthias Jabs from Scorpions. Born October 25th, 1955. And how he got the gig was very interesting to me. I was reading up on him, and he was Francis Bullholz's math tutor. And he knew he played guitar. So, and Uli John Roth was quitting the band, and he got an audition, and he got the gig. He was in for a little bit, and then Michael Schenker came back for a cup of coffee, and then he was back out. But he's been on every Scorpions studio album since 1980. So, guy is solid. Seen Scorpions many times. I think the closest we ever were was when we were you with me when we saw Scorpions and Alice Cooper at Harvey's Lake? It was us, right? And we were really close to the stage, and it was great. It was great to see them up close, because I mean, other shows I've seen them in arenas and stuff where they were, you're back up in the nosebleed seats, and or you're halfway back or whatever. But the songs I picked for him, of course, I had to pick Dynamite. I talk about the song all the time, but it just shows his fucking rocking side. This solo is, I think that this solo could be the Sick Banana solo of the night, BB. just absolutely killer, just absolutely tears it up on it. And I love the part after the solo, that and when he does it live, he adds a little couple extra notes in there. It's just absolutely fucking killer, and that's from 1982 album Blackout. And second song I picked was from 1990, the Crazy World album. And this one's called Luster Love. I think that this one is a friggin' melodic gem. The soloing is very soulful in it, but it's cranking. And there's a video. It was like a video magazine. I think I've talked about this before too. It's like a video magazine out there, and they were talking about this, and it shows him playing the riff for it. And it was just so cool. I love when you get to see someone just nitty gritty playing their instrument. You know, not live, just kind of sitting, kind of studio atmosphere. Love that song. I think it's friggin' fantastic. The solo just kills. And the third song I picked is from 2004, from the Unbreakable album, Deep and Dark. This one shows his melodic sense to a T. It's not a ripping song. It's a dark song. It's deep and dark, BB.
That's right.
But his soloing in that is just so goddamn melodic. It's one of my, probably a top 10 Scorpion song for me. Absolutely killer. If you get a chance, if you have not checked it out, check it out. And just absolutely killer. And my second guy that I'm going to talk about is, this guy was born Philip Anthony Campbell. He was born on May 7th, 1961. And he goes by Phil Campbell. As in Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons.
I thought it was going to be Vivian Campbell.
Nope. I don't think they're related, though.
No, I don't think
Lots
so.
of Campbells, though. They're,
Yeah.
they're all
over the place.
They're all over the place. And he joined Motorhead for the Orgasmatron album, and he was in there with Wurzel, and that's when they were auditioning guitar players, and Lemmy liked the both of them playing together, so they were both hired. And he's been on 16 Motorhead albums. There's 3 albums of Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. I have all 3 on vinyl. Absolutely love those guys. And I've always said it, if you are not a fan of Lemmy's voice but like the heaviness of Motorhead, get Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, because it's just absolutely fantastic. The songs I picked Show No Mercy from the Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons album from 2023, Kings of the Asylum. Show No Mercy. Just a killer up-tempo rockin' song. The solo is absolutely just ripping in it. And I think that this is a band they're just getting better and better. I would lose my shit if they were ever on Monsters of Rock cruise, and they play a lot of festivals in Europe and stuff. I don't know if they've played in the States. I don't know, but I would love to see these guys. He just tears it up on that whole album. Second song I picked was Murder Show from Overnight Sensation, kind of a forgotten Motorhead album, but this one is like, I was just kind of flipping through songs to try to get someone, and this one got me right away. But his fast picking solo on this is awesome. And the reason I picked this one was because this was the first album that he was the only guitar player in Motorhead. Wurzel was gone before this album, so I wanted to get a song from his first album where it's just him, where you don't have to, is it Wurzel, is it Phil Campbell? So I wanted to make sure I got one in there. And the third song I picked was Suicide from the Inferno album 2004. This solo, he starts out with he's got a wah pedal thing going in there. He's got some fast picking and some killer friggin' whammy bar stuff. I've always loved the song. I think it's fantastic. It's not a total ripper, but it picks up tempo during the solo, and just absolutely has one of those just fucking heavy grooves to it. And the third guy I picked, and I got a bone to pick here too on this one, not with you guys. My buddies Bob and Bob over at the Two Bobs Cast covered this band a couple episodes ago, and I was shocked that the first song I'm going to talk about, Bob says, "Oh, this song's okay." So from the 1988 New Jersey album, Homebound Train, I know I talk about this song a lot too. How could you say this song is just okay? This song is fucking awesome. everybody in the band gets to shine, not just Richie, because there's like a harmonica solo, then there's a keyboard thing. But when Richie comes in for the main guitar solo part, he starts off the and he does that. There's a lot of that toggle switch shit going on tonight between all three of us doing this. Absolutely just rips it up. Totally underrated guitar player. Next track, I know it's a favorite of BC's from the Keep the Faith album in 1992. And this song is Dry County. Starts out slow, kind of a slow burn kind of song. Great soulful vocals from John Bon Jovi on this one. But it kicks in for like the last 3 minutes of the song, and Richie absolutely fucking rips it up. The tempo's great. There's a cool keyboard in the background, but just like fast picking and whammy bar shit. Just absolutely killer solo. And Bob, you didn't mention that one song. You didn't even name that song on that one song. Come on, guys, work with me, will you? And the third song I'm going to do is from the 2000 Crush album, Next 100 Years. Another song that is kind of a slow burn kind of a song. Good, I won't even say mid-tempo, good kind of slower song. But there's a kick in at the end. And Richie just absolutely loses his shit on the guitar and absolutely fucking rips it up. And I think he is an amazing guitar player. I think that just the type of music that Bon Jovi's put out through the years, not in the last 15 years, the good Bon Jovi stuff, not the country stuff, not the whatever the hell it's called now, but when Richie was in the band, they had a guitar player. I think that after the Crush album in 2000, stuff was lacking coming up to that. Like there wasn't as much great stuff at that point. But that Crush album has got probably 5 absolutely fucking killer songs. And then from there on, I think it takes a big fucking nosedive. But Richie really, on these 3 songs, gets to shine. And then you're like, wow. And even like just listen to his solos on like You Give Love a Bad Name and Bad Medicine. And the songs are just absolutely killer. Totally underrated guy. I think that he finally got some props. I think, and it wasn't even for his guitar playing. It was when they did Wanted Dead or Alive, when him and John did the double acoustic thing on MTV. I think it was the Music Awards. I think so. That's like kind of Richie kind of emerging out there too. But totally underrated guy. Fantastic stage presence. He plays that white Strat with the fret markers are little stars. I think it's very cool. My buddy. Trent Knoll has one of those guitars. So that's what I got. What do you think, BB?
Alrighty. Matthias Jabs. His name sounds like he should have been Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This is the guy,
the German champion.
Yeah, this is the guy you play after you beat Mike Tyson. You have to go against Matthias Jabs. But these are 3 great songs. Dynamite, a nice crunchy guitar tone. I like the high-pitched riffs at the chorus. The solo has like a little different kind of atmosphere, but then it keeps going. The differentness keeps going into like a kick-out outro solo, which is great. Song number 2, Lust or Love. More good crunch. I love on this song how there's like different guitar fills, and after like certain lines, he'll play something different. Like they'll do a line in it, or maybe he done with that one. The next line, he'll end it with something. It's just so cool,
tasteful.
Yeah, heavy sprinkle of melodic solo in there, killer outro solo. And song number 3, Deep and Dark, slower, darker riffs turned into an upbeat, rocking riff at the start there. Kind of an upbeat sound continues at the solo. That has a short and kind of a different solo, but another great guitar work in that one. Song guy number 2, Phil Campbell. Yeah, Show No Mercy. This song sits in with Eric Gamis. This song, the guitar work in this song is just fucking mind blowing. The open rip is super heavy. At like the 1 minute mark, it goes absolutely fucking crazy for like a 6-second solo. Then it kind of slows down a little bit. Then at 1:22, the solo just takes off again, and it solo ends with like a little bit of a more like string scrapes. Absolutely love that one. Another one, the second one you picked, Murder Show. I love the galloping riff throughout the whole song. Crazy fast finger solo. Another good pick. And song number 3, Suicide. Mid-tempo riff to start. Good riffs under the chorus. The solo is great with some good string bends or maybe even a little wah-wah pedal in there. The second chorus has a little bit of a heavier tone to it underneath it. Into a crazy killer outro solo. A great way to finish a song. And third, Richie Sambora. Song number 1, Hometown Train. Crazy cool stop and start riff parts. Cool whammy bar parts. The solo is great. More toggle switch stuff like Steve already talked about. Some very fast playing, then it kind of slows down. It has like a little bluesy tone to it towards the end, which is really, really cool. Dry Country. Righty, are you trolling me on this one? Because the song takes 4 minutes to actually hear a little guitar. I'm like...
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why
Okay.
when you're done.
I'm like, he's trolling me on this one. Because the guitars are kind of drowned out by the drums and the keyboard in there. At 4:40, you finally get a fantastic emotional solo. There's some cool plucking in there. And then at like the 6-minute mark, holy fuck, this is what I want to hear from Richie Sambora. Super heavy solo, little wah-wah pedal in there, fast strumming, great solo. It just took a little too long to get there. And song number 3, Next 100 Years. Cool upbeat crunch guitar start. Some more very good distorted solo, but it's kind of short. And then there's that one part that they say na 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 too many times because they want to hear the guitar underneath the na na nas. But like at 4:25, there's fucking Richie that we all know and love because the solos is absolutely fucking mind blowing. It was worth the wait. Super fast drumming once again. It has a really cool build to it. I'm like, holy fuck, that was actually really good.
Well, I know BC knew these songs, right? So I was going to give you the time signatures of when it kicks in.
Right.
But I wanted you to hear the other stuff to really appreciate what he did later in the song.
Right.
So that's I was gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make
that's
listen
right.
to the whole fucking song.
That's right. Because it builds and like
Yeah, because you kind of appreciate it more.
Yes.
I think when you listen to it, especially Dry County, because it's really like I don't know if countryish a little bit. I don't know, more ballady, but like.
yeah, that's a
But
little
then when it kicks up, you're like, holy fuck. So that's why I did that.
good picks.
BC.
Alrighty, let's go off with Phil Campbell. I mean, it's Phil Campbell, the Bastard Sons. I'm really, really digging these albums, and I'm a YouTube guy, so of course I'm watching their sets from when they do the shows overseas. Just killer. I mean,
We'll never see them.
nah, I don't know.
Never say never.
Never
That's
say
true.
There's
never.
a lot of bands we thought we'd never see.
No, our own Hope and Beatmasters rock. I don't think they're gonna come to States.
Yeah, unless-
I mean,
yeah.
not nowadays. But then when his work with Motorhead, I mean, of course he's an underrated guitarist. I think anybody in that band is underrated, whatever they played, because everybody's attention was always on Lemmy.
Right.
I mean, Mickey D, phenomenal drummer, but everybody's looking at Lemmy. So I mean, Murder Show killer, Suicide killer, Phil Campbell, very underrated. Not by his own fault. All right, Mathis Jabs. Did I say it right,
Matthias Jabs.
Matthias. I always want to say Mathis.
Some people say Matthias.
Matthias.
Tomato,
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
We know what you mean.
Going back in my youth here with Dynamite, this song is fucking killer. Must have heard it a million times. Drinking pony bottles, and cruising the back roads.
Terrible.
I was a driver. I was just sitting there. Or drinking.
You were just listening to music.
Just, I mean, killer soul that. Love. Lust or Love of Crazy World. To me, this is one of my, talk about underrated, this is an underrated album.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, the time frame, this music was dying out at this time frame, but this album just has some killer songs on it. And killer playing. And another album that Unbreakable, I that's another one of my, if I'm going to grab some Scorpion stuff, these albums are going to be on my grab going through the rack of CDs. Deep and Dark, I just like this album because it's a little heavier for Scorpions and darker, but
Yeah, so kind of a different song for them.
a different song for them. But I mean, Rest of Soul, they had James Kodiak on drums back then. I mean,
It was good till he went off the deep end.
yeah, really good, and the cracks got a little too big. To
Rest
come
in
back.
peace also.
Rest in peace. But and finishing up with Richie Sambora. Bon Jovi needs him back. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yes.
He left, and like you said, I think Crush. I think that's the last to be good Bon Jovi album. The next 100 years, fucking love that. But at the end there,
He does. He goes
he
crazy.
just fucking loses shit. Dry Country. BB was a familiar. I've liked this since it came out. Slow starts, but I'm okay with that. But then the end makes up for the beginning. Not that the beginning's bad. Homebound Train off New Jersey. I remember this first came out back when Bon Jovi played rock and roll.
Back in the day.
Back in the day when he played rock and roll, these were the albums that you loved. I mean, Homebound Train just.
All right.
Three great picks.
Awesome. All right, and Dylan gave me a list. We didn't do any songs for Dylan, but I just asked him today, just give me a list of 3 underrated guitarists. He gave me Rich Williams from Kansas, who we got to see live, friggin' killer. Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult. I know you guys are not Blue Oyster Cult guys, but I'm telling. Well, you guys saw him play live too. We played at M3, fucking tore it up. And then he has Mike McCready from Pearl Jam.
Oh yeah.
He's the only one we talked about tonight that I've not seen live. I've seen every other one that we've talked about live, but I have not seen Mike McCready live or Pearl Jam. But I don't know. Any comments on anything? I just wanted to throw them out. I didn't want Dylan to be totally unincluded in the episode.
I love that Pearl Jam 10 album.
Yeah.
I do too.
That's classic.
Yeah, and still to this day, McCready's just their last album that they
was
released
good.
last year. Great guitar work. Definitely underrated. The other 2 guys from Blue Oyster Cult in Kansas, they're around. They're still around. They're still playing, and
Kansas.
they've been there forever. So it's not like they suck. Not like they're slouches. They're underrated. They're there for a reason. They keep playing for a reason. I'm just not familiar. I know the hits, but
Right.
I'm not. I don't have posters of these guys on the wall. They weren't in Circus magazine. You know what I mean? So it's not like the bands I kind of go to.
Yeah, because when BC and I got to thank Dave Broski for Blue Oyster Cult and for Kansas. He was the one that pushed me to listen to these guys, and so we took his advice. We went to see Kansas, and we were fucking blown away at how heavy they were.
I'm
Like 2 songs, and we're all looking at one another like, holy shit!
I'm looking at the thing that says Kansas behind the band. I'm like,
Is this the opening band?
It was crazy.
this ain't dust in the wind.
Yeah, and Blue Oyster Cults started doing the series with Dave, which we need to get back to as well. And then the first time I saw them live was right at the end of COVID. They played down at the friggin' Circle Drive-In at this COVID show, where they did everything except take the tires off the car, looking for alcohol in your vehicle, and it was 42 degrees when we saw when they played. Shitty, misty, rainy night, but they fucking tore it up. And then I was hooked for life once I saw that show. And then we got to see them at M3 also, and just absolutely killer. So great picks, Dylan. So all right, we'll go around. We'll wrap up. Name your guys and name your favorite guy from the other guys' lists. Okay. Go ahead, BB.
All right. So my guy's Vivian Campbell from the Dio days, and then I picked Ben Wells from the Blackstone Cherry. And then my last guy was Dave Manichetti from Y&T. From BC's list, easy, Eric Gammons. Not even going to fool around with that one. That's a given. From righties, Phil Campbell. I'm telling you, that Show No Mercy song is just absolutely crazy. And then Dylan's, I'll go Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. They're definitely the 3 guys that definitely underrated, and as BC would say, great guitar players. Everybody. I think we had 9, or we had 12 really good guitar players. It's just certain times, certain songs, like somebody kind of stuck out for me, and they were the guys that stuck out.
All right. BC.
Oh, I had Bill Liberty of Firehouse, Eric Gammons of Cold Sweat, and Steve Blaze from Lillian X. I'm going back to BB. I'm going to go with Dave McKenny. I mean, he's the full package. Not to mention the word package, but
The family show, sir.
his playing and vocals are just phenomenal. I gotta go Richie Sambora. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I mean, and I've watched so many things on Bon Jovi and shit and what's gone on between those two, and John started started pushing him aside.
Yep.
And he finally said, "Fuck this, I'm up."
Yeah.
And where did Jovi go? Down.
Yeah.
Richie.
All right. Yeah. I had fun doing this. I love talking about, anything like this. We finally got an underrated guitar player episode in. Everyone's was cool. I had a great time listening to this playlist. I would say probably especially the Blackstone Cherry stuff and the and maybe the Steve Blaze stuff, because I'm familiar, but like it's not something I go to all the time. But I'm gonna go with Vivian Campbell from BB's list because of how badly he's wasted in Def Leppard right now. He does some soloing there. When they play Love Bites, they'll extend it once in a while. He does a really kick-ass solo then, but you don't really get a lot of that from him. And BC, you mentioned it too before. It was good to see him back in Last in Line. Get to see him play some of that original Dio band stuff and some of the original stuff they did. But the original Last in Line stuff, too much mid-tempo shit. I mean, way too much mid-tempo stuff. It's like a whole album full of fucking Egypt, the Chains Are On, which, one song is fine, but a whole album worth is not great. I'm going to go... I'm going to go Eric Gammons, too, from Cold Sweat, because I was so surprised at how much more he played than I thought he did. And we got to see him this year on the cruise again. Are they on this year's? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think they are.
But if they were, it would be another band that I would definitely catch both shows. No slouches in any of the other guys for sure. Had a great time listening to this playlist. Guys out there, give me your 3 top underrated guitar players. We'll give you a shout out for them. So hope Dylan enjoyed his week off, and I don't think this one will be too bad of one to edit for him. Couple mistakes that you guys won't hear because Dylan does such a good job. But Dylan, enjoy your week off. Guys, thanks for coming up. This was awesome. Now we're going to partake out to the porch and talk more about this kind of shit when we go out there. So and maybe have a couple beverages in the meantime. So everybody out there, thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys again. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will see you next time. There definitely will be a next time.